अस्सलाम वालेकुम स्टूडेंट्स। आज का जो हमारा टॉपिक है बिज़नेस स्टडीज़ से 11th क्लास के लिए, दैट इज़ ऑनलाइन ट्रांजैक्शंस। ये हमारा जो चैप्टर चल रहा है, पांचवा चैप्टर है, दैट इज़ इमर्जिंग मोड्स ऑफ बिजनेस। लास्ट जो हमारा टॉपिक था दैट वाज बेनिफिट्स ऑफ ई बिज़नेस, एप्लीकेशन ऑफ ई बिज़नेस एंड लिमिटेशंस ऑफ ई बिज़नेस। तो आज का जो हमारा टॉपिक है 11th क्लास के लिए, दैट इज़ ऑनलाइन ट्रांजैक्शंस। इसी को हम आज जानने की कोशिश करेंगे कि ऑनलाइन ट्रांजैक्शंस किस तरह से हो जाती हैं। इन एनी बिजनेस ट्रांजैक्शन flow of information and delivery are must. In traditional mode, plenty of time and cost were consumed to complete a business transaction. However, online transactions minimize consumption of time and cost. Here are some. Here are main steps involved in performing business transactions online or through internet. First step, that is registration. The first step involved in online transaction is to get registered, that is to have an account with the online vendor. For this, a registration form is to be filled up. The buyer is required to fill in a password along with other details. This password provides protection related to account and shopping cart. Second one, that is placing an order. The buyer, after browsing the online store, picks and drops the items in the shopping cart. Shopping cart is an online record of all items that the buyer picks up. After selecting the products which the buyer wants to buy, he moves towards payment options. Second one, that is payment mechanism. The payment for the products bought online shopping can be made through any of these ways. There are many ways which can be for which we payment can be made. First one, that is cash on delivery. In its short form is COD. Under this method, the cash payment for the goods ordered online is to be made all at the time of physical delivery of goods. Second one, that is check. Under this method, the vendor, before making the delivery of goods, makes arrangement for collecting the check from the customer. Third one, that is net banking transfer. The amount for the agreed price of the transaction is transferred by the buyer to the account of the online vendor through electronic transfer funds. Fourth one, that is credit or debit card. The most widely used medium for making payment for online transactions are the credit or debit card. First one, we have to know that what is meant by credit card. The holders of the credit cards are allowed to purchase the goods on credit. The card issuing bank makes the payment to the online seller for the account due to the card holder on account of purchase. The bank transfers the amount to the credit of the seller while buyer's account is debited. The buyer is provided freedom of depositing the money in installments according to the convenience. Debit cards. The holder of the debit card is allowed to make purchase to the extent of the amount lying in his account with the help of the card. The payment for any purchase made by the card holder is deducted electronically through the card. Fourth, that is the last one, that is digital cash. Digital cash is a type of electronic currency which is found only in cyberspace. It has no real physical properties but still can be used as a real currency in an electronic format. The amount equal to the digital cash which the buyer wants to get issued in his favor is deposited by him in the bank dealing in digital cash through check, drafts, etc. The bank sends a special software to the buyer. Hence, while making online purchases, the buyer can make the payment by drawing digital cash from his account with the bank. Now, our it is on a related topic of these online transactions is security and safety of business transactions. तो क्या है सिक्योरिटी और सेफ्टी इन बिजनेस ट्रांजैक्शंस की, उनको भी हम जानने की कोशिश करेंगे. E-business involves many risks. Therefore, security and safety issues become very important to e-business. तो यहाँ पे कुछ यानी कि सिक्योरिटी इश्यूज़ के बारे में यहाँ पे जो हैं उनको हम यानी कि जानने की कोशिश करेंगे. दैट इज़ फर्स्ट वन, दैट इज़ ट्रांजैक्शन रिस्क्स. ऑनलाइन ट्रांजैक्शंस आर सब्जेक्टेड टू these risks. First one, that is the required delivery of the goods may not take place, or goods may be delivered of wrong address, or there may be chances of wrong delivery of goods. This is known as default on delivery. Second one, that is there are chances of default on payment. That is when the buyer claims that he has made the payment but the supplier has not received the amount. Third one, that is there may be default on order taking or giving. Such a situation arises when buyer denies that he has placed the order, or seller denies that the buyer has ever placed the order. In order to avoid the above risks at the time of registration, identity and location address of the buyer must be verified and authorization as to order confirmation and payment realization must be obtained. Second one, that is data storage and transmission risks. Another important risk associated with e-business is virus and hacking. Viral vital information under siege is a program which replicates itself on the other computer system. It may result in disruption of functioning, damage to target data file, or complete destruction of the system. Hacking means unauthorized entry into a website in order to destroy the data and information stored in it. This virus attack can be prevented by installing updated and virus programs, antivirus programs, and scanning the files and disks with them. Further information can be prevented from being destroyed by transforming it to an unreadable format called cybertext. Risks of threat to intellectual property and privacy. Once the information is available over the internet, it becomes difficult to protect it from being copied. There are also chances of one receiving junk mails. Resources required for successful e-business implementation. Apart from money, men and machines required for setting up any business, e-business requires an additional resource, that is website. Website may be defined as an online embodiment of all the details that a business firm wants to provide to others for carrying out online transactions. It is a firm's location on the World Wide Web. Thanks.